My topic to review is measuring economic performance through the use of the gross domestic product equation and also the discussion of determining the different types of unemployment. Gross domestic product, abbreviated as GDP, represents the market value of all final goods and services produced in a nation in one time. It is the most important measure of production and output. In order to determine a nation's gross domestic product, a nation's consumption, government spending, investments, and net exports must be added together. This approach in determining the GDP is known as the expenditure approach. In gross domestic product, the largest dollar amount is consumer spending. Consumer spending includes both durable and non-durable items. Examples of consumer spending include purchasing a movie ticket, buying food, or even paying college tuition. Government spending includes the government's purchases of roads, military equipment, education, healthcare, and also office buildings. The government buys goods and services with tax money. When calculating the GDP, investment means the purchases made by industry in new productive facilities or the process of buying new capital and putting it to use. Businesses invest in productive equipment, and that equipment typically creates jobs as well as goods and services. Examples include companies building new factories and buying new technology such as robots to increase productivity. Net exports is equal to the amount of total exports minus the total amount of imports. An example of this includes purchasing a Toyota vehicle that was made in Japan. The net exports for the United States are close to zero and oftentimes are even negative because while the country exports a great deal, it imports even more. If you remember, as I stated before, GDP is the dollar value of all final goods and services produced in the economy. So, GDP does not count the purchase of second-hand goods or stocks and bonds because they do not represent new production during the year. GDP does also not include things that are not exchanged in a legal market. For example, mowing your lawn, Social Security, and caring for your children. The unemployment rate measures how well we are achieving the goal of full employment. A person who is actively seeking a job is considered unemployed. The unemployment rate is the number of unemployed as a percentage of the labor force. The unemployment rate measures unemployment in the economy, but it does not provide any information about why people are unemployed. There are three types of unemployment: frictional unemployment, structural unemployment, and cyclical unemployment. Frictional unemployment includes those who are temporarily out of work or between jobs. People that are frictionally unemployed could be trying to find work after graduating either college or high school, or they may have just quit one of their jobs in order to find another. Cyclical unemployment usually occurs because of a recession or low demand. Those that are cyclically unemployed are not working because firms no longer need them. Cyclical unemployment is due to the business cycle. A computer programmer that is laid off because of a recession is cyclically unemployed. Cyclical unemployment occurs when there is more than 5% unemployment. Cyclical unemployment will exist or not exist depending on the phase of a business cycle that the economy is experiencing. People that are structurally unemployed include those that lack skills or sufficient education for the jobs that are available. New, more efficient technology can often replace jobs that people once had the necessary skills for. For example, a steel worker that is replaced by a robot is structurally unemployed. People are always moving and changing jobs, and the structure of the economy is also always changing. Hence, there will always be structural and frictional unemployment in our economy.